What's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Action Jackson, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Dallas Cowboys Day 3 selections and my thoughts about it, and that's about it, really. So before we go into the video, I appreciate if you guys would like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment, and share my video with anyone who you think will enjoy my content, man. The first thing I'm going to talk about before I get into who we selected in the 5th, the 6th, and 2 players we drafted in the 7th. My only gripe that I had with the Dallas Cowboys Day 3 was that they weren't able to get back into the 4th round. And I saw that a lot of that floating around really in the Dallas Cowboys community really was that the only way for us to get back into the 4th was us giving up a future 3rd to pick up possibly a running back. And the running backs, the run on your value or how deep this running back class was, like a lot of the great value had gone to you in the 4th round, right? So if we're just looking real quick over the 4th round, some of the running backs I was eyeing was like Braylon Allen. He went, let me double check. He went to the second to last pick in the 4th round to the Jets. Isaac Guerrero, the 49ers selected him. That was a damn good pick by the Niners. I really like that. Pairing him up with Christian McCaffrey. Then you got Ray Davis from the Bay Area. He went to the Buffalo Bills. Will Shipley, who he's okay to me. He's not really like a great back, but I think him being the second back behind Barkley will be fine. Change the pace back. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's solid. You had Bucky Irvin out of Oregon, went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jalen Wright went to the Miami Dolphins. You already know how the Miami Dolphins are. They're just a pure track team. So Devon Achane, and then you have Jalen Wright, both who can run 4.2 40s. And I believe you still have Jeff Wilson over there. And then you have Raheem Mostert, who's also a 4.3, 4.2 guy as well. So they have a really fast team. We already know that about them. In the 5th round, before you even selected, because you had to wait very long for you in the 5th round to even select anybody you wanted. Audric Estime, running back out of Notre Dame. He went to the Denver Broncos. Ian Ali, who went to the Ravens. That was a really good pick. Tyrone Tracy, a lot of people in the Cowboys community was eyeing, went to your rival, the New York Giants. Ed Davis, who went just a pick before you, that was a running back I was eyeing for the Dallas Cowboys to draft those. So that was it really for the Dallas Cowboys, and my gripe was that we didn't get a running back. I was eyeing like a Braylon Allen or Audric Estime, a Tyrone Tracy. Rasheen Ali was somebody I was starting to like closer and closer until we got to draft day. So that's about it. What it could have showed is it didn't happen. It's fine. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about our 5th round selection, with that being Kellen Carson. Carson is a scheme versatile corner with great instincts. He flashes the ability to reroute and run with receivers and press. He quickly reads, reacts in zone and off looks. He breaks on the ball and generally does a good job of limiting production after the catch. Carson falls off the occasional tackle, but he's a tough run defender who fights off blocks and tends to wrap up. As you guys see while I'm talking, I'm putting up some film that I found on the internet of Kellen Carson balling out and him picking the ball off, just showing off what I read off of what ESPN was describing Kellen Carson to be. They have him listed as 6 foot, 199 pounds. I saw the NFL, like ESPN, not ESPN, but the ABC Draft Network, NFL Network also listed him as 5'11". So we'll find out his true measurables and everything like that coming right around the time of rookie minicamp for these players. So we'll find out the true measurables of these guys. But still a lengthy corner, as you can tell. Very, like they said, he runs. He fits really well in the run defense game. He's a willing tackler. Shout out to Michael Galkin as well. He also had a quote to where he was talking about how Kalen Wilson can contribute to special teams as well. You already know that Bones Foster, our special teams coordinator, is really going to like that a lot. He, as you can also tell in the film, with him being so physical on the outside, he can also play nickel as well. He can play outside and nickel, like I just said. Also, man, the perimeter on Wake Forest's punt return team, locking up gunners. Quote by him: "I think I did a real good job, not just winning the rep, but usually destroying the gunner. I think I'm pretty good at that." And as you can tell, on one of the plays against Clemson, they were trying to run a screen on the bottom of they were trying to run a screen on the bottom of the screen, and you just saw Kellen Carson just completely power himself into that blocker and disrupted the play and was able for his other teammate at Wake Forest to come and finish up the tackle. Kellen Carson is another guy, another swagger type of cornerback that you're going to add to this room with Deron Bland, Trayvon Diggs, Jordan Lewis, Eric Scott Jr., you still have Nashawn Wright. Then you're going to add Kellen Carson. So this is definitely a guy that's going to help out special teams. And really, your day three picks are just what could they do for you in the future? They're just potential picks. You're picking a lot of guys with traits. What can they do that's transferable to the league? That's what most of your day three and your undrafted free agents are going to be about. So I really like what Kellen Carson can bring. He's going to be a very physical type of corner. He's going to be very sticky in coverage. Um, he did really well versus Keon Coleman at FSU, but it's going to be tough for him to really shut down Keon Coleman the entire game. So I really like what we selected with Kellen Carson. Again, with all the running backs that were taken off the board for you in the 5th round, it made no sense for you to try and reach on a running back. You might as well just pivot it to another position. They did that with corner. And again, like I said in my community tab post when I first saw the pick and I was able to post it on YouTube, corner is a sneaky depth. That was a sneaky need that we needed to talk about because, again, I also said that if we're one good injury away from our cornerback room looking like how it was December of 2022, 2023. So adding a guy like Kalen Carson, hopefully he can show out to you in preseason and in training camp. So your next pick that you had selected in the 6th round, which was Brian Flournoy out of Southeast Missouri State. He's 6'1", 202 pounds, a wide receiver. This is what ESPN has written up for him. Flournoy has the toughness, frame, and big hands to make plays over the middle. He is a strong open field runner who runs hard after the catch. He averaged 15.4 yards per catch over the past 2 seasons and ran a 4.44 40-yard dash at the combine, which is really great as well. And that one drill where you see him, he's coming down the lane in the combine and he's catching passes, catching him, dropping, looking the other way. Puka Nakua did not run a really great 40, but with him running that drill, that also tracks how great receivers can be after the catch or while they're en route catching the ball, how great their ball tracking skills can be and everything of that nature. Flournoy tied up with Puka Nakua as part of that trait and part of that measurable. So I really felt like, for me, honestly, that Ryan Flournoy is going to be very solid for you in the league. I felt like he's going to get his chances in his reps, second, third team. I feel like he's going to possibly be your third team receiver. So hopefully him and Trey Lance have a bit of a connection that can go on, and it will boost up Ryan and Trey as well. But it can boost up Ryan and see where he can potentially land you. Again, this is a very tough, physical wide receiver. He had a pre-draft. He was part of the Senior Bowl. So with the Dallas Cowboys, if they go out to the Senior Bowl, they might not have brung you into a 30-day visit, but if the Dallas Cowboys saw you at the Senior Bowl and you caught their eye, they're definitely a guy, or they're definitely a team that's definitely going to be eyeing you if you're available later in the draft if you don't get selected within the first, either the first day, second day, or even earlier in the 3rd day. This is a really good wide receiver. He earned his first All-Team, All-Ohio Valley Conference honors in his first year at Southeast Missouri. He's a team captain. He started 11 games at wide receiver. He led the team in receiving yards with 984 receiving touchdowns, and he averaged 89.5 receiving yards per game. So this is a really highly productive type of receiver, and we need that in this room. Your 7th round, or day 3, but your 7th round pick was Nathan Thomas, offensive tackle. 6'5", 332 pounds. Again, this is your 3rd lineman that you drafted in the draft that weighs 320 plus pounds. Guyton weighs 322. BB weighs the same weight at 322. And then you got Nathan Thomas at 332. He went to Louisiana Lafayette Tech. This is what ESPN has written up for him. Thomas is quick with excellent size, and there's a lot to like about his upside. He flashes the ability to move edge defenders in the run game, and he overwhelms second-level defenders in space. Thomas' frame makes it tough to get around him in pass protection, and he tends to anchor very well even though he sets high. He's a 2-year starter at left tackle, but lined up at right tackle when Louisiana went unbalanced, meaning that there were some injuries and he had to move out to right tackle to even out or try to fix that offensive line issue. So, right there, for me, right there, what it says, that very last line where it says he's a 2-year starter at left tackle but lined up at right tackle when Louisiana went unbalanced. So that automatically lets you know what the Dallas Cowboys year in and year out show to you that they love these guys that can bring position flexibility. So what does that mean for a guy like Matt? Well, let's go Josh Ball. That potentially means that their job for sure is definitely on the line. And Nathan Thomas, if he can bring anything from what he brought at Louisiana Lafayette Tech, he brings that over to the league with strength. He's 6'5", 332 pounds. They already say he can anchor very well. So this is definitely a guy that can be your swing tackle, that can play tackle, both the left and right tackle. I've also seen from Michael Gelkin that he can also play guard. Right here, showing the quote as well. He believes that he can make the position to play guard. Is it going to be something I'm going to struggle with? Nah, I don't think so. And then somebody asked him what is the team the Dallas Cowboys getting from him, and he's saying, quote, Nathan Thomas, that someone who's going to go to war every day, who's going to do their job. I'm coming in there to dominate, meet the expectations, and exceed them. I'm just glad they're willing to give me the opportunity to show them that. So this is a very good high character type of tackle. I really like what we got from him, and hopefully he can bring more than what Josh Ball and what Matt Waletzko is going to bring to. I believe he's coming for their spots because with them moving him into guard because of how powerful he is and how much of an anchor he has, they're going to try to put him at guard. I know we still have Austin Richards, who we're trying to develop as well, so we're going to see what we can get from him this year as well. And then last but not least, in who we selected day 3 was Justin Rogers, was a nose tackle. I was able to find film of him online. He weighs 330 pounds. He is 6'3". Rogers is a big nose tackle prospect with the size and strength to occupy blockers and help clog up the middle. He has strong hands that can discard blocks quickly. He flashes the ability to push the pocket, rushing the passer. You don't really want him in pass protection, or not pass protection, but in a pass rush situation all this time. He's a very solid pocket pusher. Again, he weighs 330 pounds. He's a true nose tackle. This is what we needed, because right now, if you look at your defensive tackle room, your best defensive tackle is Oso Digizua. Mozzie Smith, if we were to have a game today, could not play because of his shoulder. And then your second available defensive tackle would be Carl Davis, and then you would have to bring in a guy like Chauncey Golston, who was a bit of a tweener, and you would have to select him and put him in that tackle. So you'd be, again, very undersized and very light at the defensive tackle spot. So getting a guy like Justin Rogers, who can relieve a guy like Mozzie Smith when Mozzie Smith gets tired or we're trying to do different packages, we can definitely do that. I would like to see what Mike Zimmer can get out of a guy like Justin Rogers and a guy like Kellen Carson as well. So again, he played in the SEC. I'm talking about Justin Rogers. He played in the SEC. He went up against Cedric Van Pran. He has some pretty decent tape against him as well. So I'm very intrigued what the Dallas Cowboys are going to be able to do with a guy like Justin Rogers. Again, wrapping up the video, our day 3 selections was Kellen Carson, cornerback out of Wake Forest, 6th round pick, wide receiver Ryan Flournoy out of Southeast Missouri State, Nathan Thomas, offensive tackle out of Louisiana Lafayette Tech, and Justin Rogers, defensive tackle, Auburn, One Technique. So that's about it for the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. Stay safe, stay blessed, and comment who was your favorite day 3 selection. For me, mine would have to be Kellen Carson. If not him, if I couldn't go Kellen Carson, I would either go with Ryan Flournoy or Justin Rogers, just because Justin Rogers with the defensive tackle spot, and we really need help with that nose tackle position. Again, that's it. See you guys.